And, there was stuff behind the scenes. I wasn't getting along with Bill O'Reilly and all sorts of stuff that you don't need to even, but it just, as soon as I sort of got to the top of the power
I'd love to know.
My life went downhill. I mean, look, the short of it with Bill is, instead of taking credit for me, which he should have, he was the one who first made my name well known by putting me on his show once a week and then twice a week. He felt threatened by me the numbers that I was putting on the board. That's my impression, and he started to behave accordingly behind the scenes. I wanted him to be my mentor. In some ways he was. He abandoned that role and really started to come after me behind the scenes. It was just really unpleasant. So it's like, I'm going to work, Trump's kind of coming after me, O'Reilly's not an advocate or an ally anymore. A lot of other stuff was going on. And at the same time, I'm not seeing my children. So it's like, okay, where am I going to go? I'm not going to go to CNN. I knew that even then. There was no way I was going to MS. CBS, really wasn't anything interesting there. ABC, same. I was going to go join their morning show and be like, fourth on the totem pole. So this is like my own hour where I could do nicer stories. I wasn't thinking I was going to do cooking. I thought I was going to do like more of an Oprah type show. And it wasn't, just like on many levels, it didn't work out the way I thought it was going to. And I will say, as stressful as my last year or two at Fox were, they didn't compare to that year and a half I was at NBC. That was the most stressful time I've had professionally in my life, because it was a square peg, round hole. And I had no allies. And it was like, what have I gotten myself into, right? So even though the ending was ugly and painful, when you're dying death by 1,000 cuts, the machete is a mercy. So I was ultimately very happy to get out.
And so what you're doing now with your own podcast, and I think you're adding, I read the visual component, you're building your own show. The thing I love is I think you're exactly where you need to be to show your full personality. You've got an awesome sense of humor. You have obviously amazing confidence in yourself. I'm hoping people are paying attention because, again, I told a friend of mine they were looking for Jeopardy hosts, and I knew someone that was involved in their decision making. I was like, Megyn Kelly would be perfect. She's strong, powerful, humorous, and I kept pushing that behind the scenes. I think you're in a position now to show people your full personality, and that over time, whatever little bitterness people have, I just think your personality is going to overwhelm them.
Oh, well, thank you for that, Jason. I feel like, look, in my experience, and this is just my experience, the right is much more forgiving than the left. The right tends to be more people of faith, people who understand, I don't know, just a higher purpose. And they're also used to getting beaten up on all the time and seeing their values diminished every day, everywhere. So my experience is they're pretty quick to forgive, even if they get mad. And having been at Fox so long, I feel like I can say that wisely. Now, the far left, I don't have any interest in getting them. They're not going to like my show. They shouldn't watch my show. I mean, they can if they want to, but it's not for them. They should be watching Rachel Maddow. That'll be a great program for them. I'm not really looking to get them, but I think the center left, they're not woke. The center left, I think, are the people like Thomas Chatterton Williams, who he's brilliant on Twitter, and he's a more heterodox thinker who's a black man living in France. He happens to be black. And I think somebody like that would listen to my show, even though people might think, you're a liberal and you didn't like Trump. Why would you, So anyway, I think that the pool of people who are available to me is big and getting bigger. And you're right, because I feel like I'm finally in a forum where not only can I show my full personality, but I'm not cancelable. I can say whatever I want to say, and I have been.